I did my strategic plan over the Department of Veterans Affairs. By the way, I'm Stacia. I'm a junior here at MacMurray. The vision for my strategic plan is that all veterans in Central Illinois have access to mental health care through the Department of Veterans Affairs. My needs assessment reports show that nearly 30% of our nation's veterans have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. The closest clinic to go for outpatient PTSD care is 86 miles away in St. Louis. Otherwise, all other healthcare needs for veterans living in or near Jacksonville must first be addressed at the Springfield Outpatient Clinic, which is about 40 miles away, where they can be seen by their physician and then get referred out. Here's a list of the 5 closest vet centers. There's one in Springfield, one in St. Louis, well, 3 in St. Louis, and then one in Peoria. And the vet centers are used for counseling purposes, like if they need assistance. My goals and objectives is to propose the idea of a satellite office in Jacksonville where local vets can go to seek help instead of having to travel on a weekly basis. I want to bring together MacMurray and IC vets to formulate an idea about when and how this will happen, and then work with local organizations to raise money, such as AMVETS, American Legion, and the VFW. And then by March of 2015, open up a Springfield Vet Center at Jacksonville, so have like a vet center downtown. That's my goal. My action steps include setting up a meeting between MAC and IC veterans, which is actually in process, along with the leaders at AMVETS, American Legion, and VFW. Propose the idea of a satellite vet center in Jacksonville. Speak with local politicians and Jacksonville area chamber to try to rally local support. Hold a fundraiser at Applebee's. This is like, we actually talked about doing a pancake breakfast and getting everyone in the community to buy tickets, and then all the vets serve breakfast to the community. Buy one of the vacant buildings downtown and remodel, and then the grand opening of the vet center by March of 2015. The strengths of the VA include a strong history, a good reputation, top-of-the-line healthcare services, and easy access for urban areas. The weaknesses are policy changes that affect veterans, lack of access to health care for rural communities, travel and time, false promise to veterans concerning funding, wait time on phone or in person. Opportunities is to bring local veterans together as a closer community, to start a local satellite office for veterans, awareness for the local population and the needs of veterans in their community, total access to healthcare services by all veterans in Jacksonville and surrounding areas. The threats include lack of support from community, a lack of funding from the VA and other agencies, lack of commitment from local agencies, and lack of participation from other veterans. This is my proposed budget. It's really high. It's about $205,000. $50,000 is grants. This is so we can get the building and everything squared away, so we can remodel and pay employees and everything. We want to ask for $23,000 from the VA, $1,500 from United Way, membership from local agencies. This includes like what the veterans pay their dues to AMVETS and all that. So we want to use a portion of that to help with costs. We're hoping for donations of $15,000 from individuals. Fundraisers, we hope to raise $32,000. Interest income is $10,000. Jacksonville area chamber, we want $3,000, and that's a total of $178,700. And then the miscellaneous is costs and stuff it takes. So that's how I came up with $205,000. And my final thoughts, the mission of the VA is to fulfill President Lincoln's promise to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, by serving and honoring America's veterans. The mission is being fulfilled in urban areas and needs to be widespread to rural areas as well. It's our turn as a community to serve those who have selflessly served us. That's it. Thank you.
Any questions for Stacia? Stacia, so I love the fact that you have a big budget. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So my question is what's that money going to be spent on?
Mostly the building, like renovating and everything, and advertising for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Getting everybody in the community aware that there is a service available to our veterans here in town.
And what's that service going to look like?
My vision is for it to be compiled of like 2 social workers, maybe 3 psychiatrists, and have them be able to counsel veterans here in town. So that's my main goal.
Okay. And do you think your budget will cover 2 social workers and 3 psychologists or psychiatrists?
Maybe. Starting out.
It's okay. Or you could get more money in your budget too, right?
But
So-
does the VA, would they be able to provide counselors through, I mean,
Mhm.
you're interested
They would.
in military
Yeah.
social work, so.
The whole point is to get local support from politicians. Like, that's the big push. Because if we can get them on board, then it's easier to get DOD on board to provide those services for us.
And it could act like a rotating clinic where they come in from Springfield for a day,
Mhm.
do psychiatric services on Mondays, psychology services on Tuesdays, social workers present doing sort of a little bit of everything, macro, micro. So
Yeah.
In St. Louis, do they have hospitalization
Mhm.
treatment for PTSD?
They do, yeah. And the closest one in Illinois is Decatur. Yeah, that's the main, or not Decatur.
Do you know if, sorry,
Go ahead.
do you know if, like, there's quite a large homeless population in this town? Do you have any idea of how many homeless people are veterans here?
I know that 30% of veterans, or 30% of homeless people nationwide are veterans. And 9% in Illinois are unemployed.
okay, so if the veterans are not homeless, then why can't they just go to Springfield or St. Louis? Why do we need a place here?
Because 10% of Jacksonville's population is veterans. There's 1,800 veterans in Jacksonville. So,
That's a lot.
yeah, I think it's a significant amount, enough amount to where we can justify having a satellite office here.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.